So I am at the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel. The bathhouse is not open yet. He's got plumbing issues, but we had water, but no bathhouse. Using an outhouse. I know they do tents out front here during the summer months. There's a little chapel down there. Here's the bunkhouse. Have a place for you to hang your poles outside. I would go inside. There's a couple guys in there, but I don't think they'll care. Do a little video inside. Decent little bunkhouse. They've got a upper deck there for when the crowd grows, but other than that, this is the bunk space. Got a chair, pretty comfortable. And some things you just can't get rid of. Little bit of resupply, very little actually. They've got had breakfast included. There was bread and homemade jellies and toast and what have you. There's another little upper area up here. Heating system worked pretty well. We stayed warm all night and slept pretty well. So people were nice, cheap. It was 20 bucks. 20 bucks had a burger and a chicken sandwich, $2.50 a piece. Again, pretty reasonable pricing compared to what a lot of them is. So for 25 bucks, I had a burger, breakfast, chicken sandwich, and a bunk for the night. So pretty darn reasonable. I am headed north. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just a quickie. I'm at Knott Mall Shelter. There's a privy out back. It's kind of up on a hill. If there weren't bushes around it, there looks like to be quite a few from the privy. There's a really massive, pretty thick, heavy picnic table right here. It looks flat. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. It is not undercover. They got a nice grate over their fire pit if you're into that sort of thing. One thing worth note of is because we've had a bunch of rain, it does look like there's a wet spot on the floor here. So if you come in here to camp, I'd probably want to go over that side. Don't know that you'll ever remember that, but I just point out to you that if it hadn't been raining and it started raining at night while you're here, you might find out that there's a leaky roof. Back up just a little bit to the south, there's a pretty nice camping area, and I'm not going back up to film it, but there's kind of a miniature version of a picnic table up there too, kind of like a kiddie table up there. Headed north is that way down the hill. There's a Blue Blaze Trail in that direction. I am not going down. I need to get going. And I don't need water. I have my first fording of a river coming up. Kind of anxiously looking forward to that. We'll see how that goes. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's cool and gray, but dry. Trail has been much, much, much easier today than it was yesterday because it wasn't slick and muddy. There's been some slick and muddy parts, but not a lot. It wasn't like when it was pouring yesterday. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I am headed north. Bridge is out. This is my big fording opportunity. So it's been washed out for a while now, a couple years I think, but a while. Give you some suggestions. See what happens. Going across. So here's the remains of the old bridge. Came from over there. They got a rope across. Less than knee deep. Not too bad. The rope's a little tight. It's kind of hard to reach. They've got a sliding handle thing there, but the problem is it's on this side, so I don't know how you get it to the other side to use it, that little blue strap that's hanging down. So I just hanged on the rope, going across. Didn't use my trekking poles, just left them hanging on my wrists. Got to do a good deed, so that was cool. The guy who went across before me did the same thing. He took his shoes off, went to his camp shoes. He had Crocs. I used sandals. Just got his shoes back on, put his pack on, and said, damn. He left his trekking poles leaning against that tree on the other side. So I get to bring his trekking poles to him. So that was cool. He's off and hiking, and I need to get hiking too because I got a ride coming and I don't have a lot of time to get there. I am headed north. Hope you are having a wonderful... Oh, by the way, the water is really cold. But my feet feel really good. I'm glad I did not get just trudge through. We talked about it this morning at the hostel. About half the people, some of the people said, hey, I'm just going to trudge through in my hiking shoes and I'll live with wet feet. And others said, I'm going to use my camp shoes. Personally, very glad I used my camp shoes. I'm sure my feet will feel a lot better for the next, couple miles or whatever I got to do. Hope you're having a wonderful day.